Okay, guys, this is video 2 in the series, and once you've kind of done your initial checking out the property, seeing where it's located, uh, trying to determine any kind of pluses or minuses as far as busy streets or commercial or industrial property around it, lack of views, whatever. You get your bearings on the bed bath count, the square footage, because you're going to need that for the next step. And the next step is basically going to MLS. So this is where we're going to get the actual data, the real data, not just Zillow, which is, I use that as kind of an estimate or a guideline. This is where we get, actual closed sales and know that it's accurate data. But we'll hit the matrix search, and then we'll go into the residential search, and I'll show you what I do that just makes this pretty quick. So we highlight the active, contingent, pending, and sold by holding your button and pulling down. And then usually what I'll do is go. It depends on the area, but I'll go for the last 300 days of data, and then I go right to maps, just so I can see everything that's gone on in the last 300 days. And then you go to this jump to address up here below the maps, and you'll put in the address. So we got 7217, and as I'm doing this, I'm remember that I probably won't have much data because I am in the Santa Clara County MLS, and yeah, it's right. I'm not going to get much data, so this is not going to be a good one to comp. What's interesting is we go over here and we see a lot. So for the purpose of this video, why don't I just act like the subject property's right here, and I'll just show you what I typically will do. I usually go around and just try and find the highest, say if this was kind of the range of where the property was, I'll just go around and try and find the highest price point. Usually the highest price point is going to be the one that, because we're going to remodel the house and make it nice. Now the one question is the square footage, obviously, if it's going to be comparable square footage and bedroom and bath count. And once I kind of go through that exercise, I'll go back to criteria, and then I'll narrow it down because you saw there was quite a bit of data. So square footage, our house was 4,500 square feet, so I'd go like maybe to 3,500 to 5,000 square feet, and then just go back to maps and see what that does for us. And the maps should bring us back to where we were, and it looks like there's one listing, and 5,000 square feet, 7,600 square foot lot. So it's actually comparable lot, comparable bed and bath. So this would be a piece of data that I would use. Again, it has to be in the closer proximity to the subject property. And then what I'll usually do is just go through, and I mean, these are actually pretty nice views. Get some lights, even though it's mostly hillside. And then you can go through and tell if a place is remodeled, dated, clean. You can see the old tile, the old cabinets. Looks like it's relatively clean, not like in major disrepair or anything, but you can see it's very dated. I mean, this is like 70s and 80s type of tile. Maybe not 70s, definitely 80s type of tile. And again, it's looks like a place you could probably move into, relatively clean, but far from a remodel, a fresh remodel, which is what we're going to do with it. You see these look like laminate, kind of cheaper looking floors. Looks like a basement or something. So anyway, I just ripped through the pictures pretty quick and determine whether that's going to be a decent comp or not. If this was right down the street, this would definitely be a data point we'd want to grab. And then we'll have to compare the views and whatnot, some of the other items. But you just do that, and ideally we're trying to find 2 to 3 really solid comps. If this sold for 1.7, I would adjust our sale price up because it's dated. But this gives us kind of an idea of what's being sold in the area. And once you have this, you want to write down all the pertinent data. And the data is basically the address, the bedroom and bath count, the home square footage, the lot square footage, when it was built. I like to come down here and look at the schools. And then the MLS will also give you the price per square foot. That's a good one to look at and calculate. That's actually a really low per foot. And obviously it was dated and probably had some other issues being on the hillside. The price point, and then just making a note as to the condition of the property. Is it, completely dialed in and brand new high-end appliances and finishes and floors and whatnot? Is it just an average remodel? What I consider an average remodel would be, just kind of the, basics, not like a Wolf range, but, maybe a GE range and a Frigidaire refrigerator versus a Sub-Zero, that kind of thing. And then, or is it just dated, clean like this one? Is it clean but dated, meaning when we do a remodel, we're going to be a much nicer property than this? Or is it a beater? Is it, was it a rental? Did people not take care of it? Water damage, really old, ugly. And there's a lot of variations of a beater. There could be, not livable, and there could be some that are, you could move in, but it's really rough. Something that would be like, original 1950s type of thing. It's like it could only be so clean. So that's it for now. Hope that helps. And this is video number 2 in the series.